Welcome back to the Wrestle Show once again. As always, hit that like, subscribe button down below, and let's get right to the news of the day. Apparently, GFW had some difficulties recently with ticket sales. At least that was initially what was reported about their Bristol, Connecticut event, where they decided they would have to cancel the live event. Now they're claiming it's logistical reasons and things like that. But the original reasoning was lack of ticket sales. Their other shows over in New York and I believe New Jersey will be going on live as expected and with no changes. But apparently they were not able to get the ticket sales they needed for this one show, and they've had to cancel it. As well, their viewership for their last episode that they aired over on Pop TV, their ratings decreased quite a bit from their previous viewings. But of course, you never know what could be a cause for that. I mean, you get late into July and people aren't watching as much TV, I suppose. But apparently they had some issues with viewership as well as some ticket sales for one show. Hopefully this doesn't mean anything bad for the company. Hopefully the company will continue going, and growing and and basically recreating itself, since they have now, merged with GFW and they're now Global Force Wrestling and no longer Impact Wrestling. But there again, a lot of people may not know about the name change in those new areas they were going to, and may not have quite understood what the new company was called. You never know. But apparently that's what's been going on with them. And hopefully everything keeps going good for them. They keep growing. They keep getting better. And then, of course, on the flip side of that, you have news from the WWE. Their second quarter earnings report was put out last week, and their shareholder phone call was released and everything like that. And in it was historic numbers for the WWE. WWE had an historic revenue increase of 8% over previous quarters of the same time, as well as they had a revenue of $214 million. That was the revenue pool for the second quarter of 2017. You asked me, those are phenomenal numbers, especially considering they're record numbers for the company. And of course, this is all being done. It's all probably being pushed by the fact that they're pushing into India, pushing into China, expanding the WWE network into these countries, and just going about acquiring new customers and new viewership everywhere they go. And apparently, it is their plan in India is working, and it's making them a lot of money. And hopefully, it continues going forward. Of course, the television product hasn't seemed to be as good over the last few months, but in the second quarter, I guess that probably included also the WrestleMania and the roster shakeup and all that. That had a lot of people interested, but I think it's mostly being pushed by the fact that they had, they started pushing into India. They got Jinder Mahal there as the the WWE champion, and I think it's just doing a lot for the company. And in the end, that's really all they need to do. They need to keep pushing forward, keep acquiring new customers, new viewers, and at the same time, they need to start making their old customers happy so they don't lose any of those. At least the product seems to starting to get a little bit better as we head into SummerSlam. Things start to get more interesting. Of course, you had Chris Jericho back the other day, but the fans are, you need to worry about your old fans too, and some of them are starting to get a little tired of the television product not being very good. The pay-per-views have been great. The pay-per-view's been pretty good, although I thought the last pay-per-view was a little nah, I guess, but it was better than it could have been. And most of the pay-per-views recently have had good sales. They've done really well, and they've had, they've been actually entertaining to watch. But that's all I got for you today. And please check back again and hit that like, subscribe button down below. And I'll see you down the road.